Welcome to Endocatol's beautiful organic cannabis fields. Come, I'll show you. Well, in order to make a good cannabis extract, you need good starting plant material. In my hand, I have a cannabis plant. It smells fantastic. In order to make a nice extract, you need to obviously dry the plant material first. Come, let's go to the lab. I'll show you how to make an extract. Welcome to Endoca. My name is Henry Vincenti, and today I'll show you how to do cannabis extraction using ethanol. We will use cannabis material, which is the leaves and the flowers, all in one. Very important to use organic, so that you know there is nothing inside that can harm you. There are over 4,000 different varieties of cannabis. Now, the one I chose has a lot of CBD inside. You could apply the same method for what kind of cannabinoid you choose. So, cold ethanol, take a bowl, put the plant material inside. So the process has to be very fast. You don't want the ethanol to touch the plant material too long time. If it does, you get a lot of other stuff inside, which you don't want. You just use enough ethanol to cover so that we can separate the plant material from the cannabinoids. You need to be fast on this process because we can only stir for 3 minutes. So I use a plastic spoon. You don't use mechanical devices because you don't want to create a spark. If I create a spark now, everything will burn. You mix well, then you have to separate the ethanol from the plant material. I do simply by taking a sieve and put it in a bowl. It can drip a little bit. You know, there is still some alcohol left. This was the first filtration. Now we're going to do the second filtration in order to remove the plant material you have left. And we do that by using a simple coffee machine. It can heat your material and it can filtrate. And we start with the filtration part. Coffee filter, take your spoon, you take now the material or the liquid and you pour it into the filter paper, see? And you see the process starts. In order to accelerate the process, we change the paper every time a single filtration has occurred. If you had more material, you just continue until you don't have any more. And like this. And it's dripping beautifully. Now it's time to cook. So when you cook at home, you can use many different things. I have here an example of a rice cooker, which works fine. A pot and a heating device works also fine. And a water distiller. Now my favorite is the water distiller, because if you cook with any of these methods, you need a clean room box like this. For those of you who doesn't have a box like this, you can cook outside. But to make it all easier, let's use the water distiller. Now this is the process where we separate the ethanol from the cannabinoids. The time it will take for the full separation depends, of course, of how much material you put inside. I use a bowl to collect the pure ethanol that's going to come out here, because you can reuse it again and again. We give it some juice and we wait. So now the question is when to stop. I can see I have 80% of my original ethanol volume, so that's indication that it's time to see what's going on inside. You open the lid slowly and look inside and you can see there is very little material. In my case, this is the time to stop. Just to be sure not to breathe it, here we go. And be careful when you pour, because there's very little material, you don't want to lose it. And now I'm going to show you the final step, using the coffee machine. What we have to do is remove the remaining ethanol from our extract. Put it on the heating device, turn it on, and we wait. Best is to wait for 24 hours, so that you're sure that no ethanol is left. I already did this. And as you can see, from all the work we did, we have very little material. The final test is a quality test. We do it by using a paper clip, dipping it into the material, and you use a lighter, and you light it fast and see what happens. If there is a spark, you know there is still ethanol left, so you can see, comparison. See, it's burning. Then you need to put it back on the heater, but in our case, it was well done. To make a cannabis extract at home, you need a lighter, filter coffee machine, some small balls, 2 bowls, sieve, a plastic spoon, coffee filters, alcohol, cannabis. Put the cannabis into the bowl, cover with cold alcohol, stir 3 minutes with plastic spoon, filter the alcohol through the sieve, filter again through the coffee filter. Distill until 80% of the initial alcohol volume is gone. Pour into a small bowl. Heat the small bowl with the coffee machine for 24 hours to remove the remaining alcohol. To check if there is any remaining alcohol, use a small spoon and a lighter. If there is any remaining alcohol, the product will produce sparks when burning with the lighter. Keep heating until you don't get any sparks anymore. Enjoy your cannabis extract. Stay tuned. Next time, I'm going to show you how to purify the extract and turn it into pure cannabinoids. In my hand is 99% CBD, beautiful crystals. See you next time.